Hello everyone, I am the Galaxy Goddess. Welcome to my channel. This is a community of people that are interested in higher vibration frequency, learning about your angels, your spirit guides, twin flame energy, and so much more. This is my first YouTube video. I'm creating this channel because I am so driven by higher divine energy, and I want to connect with people that are interested in the same things. So, my name is Jolie. I feel like I've always been spiritual. I've always been guided towards spirituality, and I had questions. I wanted to know what God represented and how it felt. And when I was doing my research, it was very weird energy. It was scary. It was like, if you do this, this is going to happen. And me as a child, I really didn't understand that energy. I would do all kinds of things, read the Bible, pray. I had a prayer journal, and I was very connected to God, but I didn't feel like the energy really resonated with me as far as if you do this, something bad is going to happen to you. It kind of puts you in a position to feel like maybe your existence doesn't mean as much as it should, because if we're all just so disposable, then we really don't mean anything. And then as time went on and more experiences occurred, and you see how kind of the power of your mind works, like, you know, maybe you're not in the best situation that you'd like to be in, but you're visualizing super hard, you know where you want to go, and then you take a leap of faith and everything starts lining up to you. It's the law of attraction before the law of attraction came out. Those kinds of things were happening to me. And then I would say in about 2011, 2012, I had a lot of questions. I was doing a lot of research. I was really diving deep into what made me happy and what made me tick, and just learning myself all over again. I had my son in 2014, and along that time of me being pregnant, I was taking a lot of walks. I was diving deep within myself. I was really, in other words, shutting myself away from the world, and really just taking that time to relearn who I am and exactly what I wanted to experience once I had my child. So once I had my son, he just opened up all this love within me, and I would say that that's when a lot of things really started happening. And in 2015, I met my twin flame. Three important things happened on the day that I met my twin flame. February 2nd, 2015, I performed, and it was my first time performing sober, which makes it sound really like alcoholic-y, but as an artist, we like to indulge. You're in a studio, you have a bottle, you know, it's just a part of the game. But once I had my son, I really had a lot of time to reflect on things I was doing in my past, things that I didn't agree with, opportunities that I may have missed because I wasn't loving myself as much as I wanted to. So I wanted to make a lot of changes. So I performed. It was my first time performing since I had my son, and I was totally aware and in the moment and just really feeling it, and I was really proud of myself. My taxes hit on that day, and I met Max. As you continue to follow this channel, you're going to learn so much more about Max, because not only is he my twin flame, but he passed away in 2016, and every day we are in contact, we are communicating, and he's making himself seen as much as he can. I mean, he is a very high vibrational being. Anyone that knew him, like, you know, like, he was super hype, super fun, super active. So it wouldn't be a surprise that he is that way in the spiritual world. And also, not to mention, being diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer in 2017 really shifted my journey. I was already pretty much vegan, but I wasn't on like a clean raw diet until I got diagnosed. I wanted to heal my cancer. I believed that I could. So I started juicing every day, multiple times a day, and I was eating very clean. I was very conscious of what I put in my body. I didn't want anything to deter me from healing myself, because I already didn't want to do chemotherapy. I didn't want to lose all my hair. I didn't want to go through that whole stage. But because I had a very young son who was 3 at the time, as a mother, you do what you got to do. So I did the chemotherapy, I traveled the world, and I experienced a lot of beautiful spiritual things, a lot of lessons, and now here I am today. And I want to share the things that I've learned with all of you. You might be beginning on your spiritual path, you might really be into it, or you might just be interested in what the universe can open up for you if you dive deep within yourself. let's take it back to 2016. Once Max passed away, I was destroyed. In one word to define it, it was just true sorrow. I was just so thrown off. I was so surprised. How could this happen to him? Someone like him, someone that's just so awesome. Like, we need people like him in the world. But he also was human, and people make mistakes. People make choices. We all have decisions that we're here to make. And sometimes those decisions can take your life. Sometimes those decisions can be a wake-up call for you. But the main point of this is that we never really die. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. So it's really fun. It's really cool. You just have to have the right perspective. So when he passed away, although I was really hurt and really sad, there also was a side of excitement towards it, because I knew that I was going to be able to experience him in a different way. I knew he was going to be able to come to me. I knew we were going to be able to share something in this new state of consciousness that he held. And I knew that he would see things at a different rate. I just felt him. I felt him so much. The thing about your spirit guides and your angels, they're always with you. But the main thing is you really have to give them permission to show you signs. And we all get signs, but some people just don't pay attention to it. You could see 1111 and be like, oh, it's just a trend. It's just a trend. For me, I don't see 1111 every day. But this week, I'm seeing it every day. Because, you know, it's really interesting. The last month or so, I was seeing 11, 12, which to me is like steps. It's like you're here, the portal is the 11, and the 12 is the next step. And now I'm seeing 11, 11 constantly, because it's letting me know that portal has opened. You're in true alignment with where you need to be, and just stay there. I started experiencing things to the point where I just couldn't ignore it. In the beginning, I'm like, am I crazy? Am I making this up? Is this really happening? Did this really happen? Is it him? Blah, 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 blah. And then if you try to talk to it with other people, they're like, oh, that's this, that's that. And it's like, no, this is of love and light. Energy doesn't lie, okay? Energy doesn't lie. So the things that I started experiencing were so beyond belief that the human in me, I needed more answers. So I got a reading. And in that reading, that's when I was really able to unlock my mind and see that the people that you meet on earth, you have soul ties to these people. So regardless of whether they live or die, or you live or die, they're still going to be right there supporting you. They're still going to be right there trying to steer you into the right direction. But we all have what's called the power of free will. And that's why meditation and connecting with your angels and your guides is so important, because it gives them the permission to help you, to help guide you in a greater way towards your destiny, because we all have these soul contracts that we create before we come to earth. So when you come here, it's like, I'll never forget the moment when I knew that I wanted to be a famous singer. I was sitting in the chair, my mom was doing my hair, I probably was 3 or 4 years old, and Tevin Campbell was on the TV, and I was just like, that's what I'm going to do. Everybody has their own destiny. Everybody has their own line of interest that they will take up in their human experience. So start looking at everything as a meant to be type of energy. Nothing happens for no reason. Nothing happens on a coincidence. There are no coincidences. Everything good and bad happens in your life to get you where you need to be. So once I got that first reading, it really cleared things up to me. And I said, how are you able to connect with him? She said, just simply do it. Like I asked to connect with his energy. And so when I got home, I did that. And I was like, I want to connect with your energy. Show me what it feels like so that I don't question it. Because there were certain things that were happening that I was like, I feel like he's here. But I didn't have anything concrete. And boy, he's been showing me ever since. And it's been a beautiful experience. And it's let me know that life just isn't for us. Life is for everybody. This is a universal experience. The things that you feel good about, you can motivate other people to feel good about. It's not just about you. It's a collective consciousness. I know my angels are with me. I know what they expect of me. I know what we decided on and we agreed on. So it's like if I'm praying to God every day, and then he keeps blessing me with it, and I turn my back on it. It's like, that doesn't even make sense. So now it's like every move that I make is important to me, because I know that I have a whole team of spiritual beings that are there encouraging me, sending me love and light, and helping to guide me into the right direction. So if you're liking the things that I'm talking about, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and show me some love in the comments. Let me know some experiences that you've come in contact with, and welcome to the family. See you next time.